Hello students. Today we're going to do another activity out of our textbook. So you're going to need this and of course a little bit of paper and pencils. And today's story is going to be found on page 376. So I'm going to find page 376 and the title of our story today is The Art Project. So I'm going to take a minute to read the story. I hope you guys take a minute to read the story. And then let's take a look at what kind of questions we have about it. So I just finished reading this story, The Art Project. And of course I've read this book before, but it's actually not one of my absolute favorites. I think they kind of over-exaggerate in this book. And when we get to the questions, I think you're going to see what I'm talking about. But I feel like this is a really good lesson on answering a difficult question in a book. So hopefully you guys have read the story. The first question in the Making Connections section says, what do the children do at school to help protect the earth? And this is where I think this book is a good lesson in answering a difficult question, because I don't really feel like the students did much of anything to protect the earth. And I know that the theme of this story is supposed to be Earth Day and helping the earth, and I think that's a really great thing. But I feel like the kids in this story get way too excited about doing not really very much. So what they basically do is they use recycled paper. And that's the answer that the author was looking for. What do the children do at school to help protect the earth? They use paper out of the recycling bin to do their art project. And I could write that, but that's not really how I feel. I don't really agree. And I often find myself in this position, and I see students often find themselves in this position too, where the book asks a question in such a way that the students are like, but I don't agree. Or, the book might ask, what did you learn about foxes? And the student says, I already knew all this. I didn't learn anything. So you have to find a way to answer the question, but still be true to yourself. And so, what did the kids do? They used recycled paper. I mean, here, when I was getting ready to make this video, I needed to write down the page number. And look what I did. I wrote it down, and instead of using a brand new piece of paper, I used an old envelope. Is that a good thing? Did I save paper? Yeah, that's a great thing. And I hope you guys will do the same thing and not waste a brand new sheet of paper just to write down a number. But at the same time, do I feel like I'm doing a huge thing to protect the earth? Not really. Like, I don't feel like I did a great thing there. I just kind of saved some paper, which is good, It saves my family some money. It saves the school some money, maybe, if I'm at school doing it. So you should do these things. But I don't know if it feels like I'm protecting the earth. I think that might be a bit of an exaggeration. But let's take a look. What do the children do at school to help protect the earth? So I still need to answer this question. And I still need to give a complete answer, but I'm going to twist the question a little bit. So the story is The Art Project. In the story, The Art Project, remember The Art Project, every word gets a capital letter because it's the name of a story. In the story, The Art Project, the students are very excited that they have protected the earth I was going to write the word by, but I think I'm going to say the word because they use paper out of the recycling bin to make their art project. Now I'm going to put my own opinion in here. And it's okay to put your opinion in an answer, whether it's this story or any story. You just need to, when you give your opinion, make sure you support it with details. I can't just write, I think this is bad, and just be done. I have to support my opinion. I think it is a good thing to reuse paper, but I think it is an exaggeration. Whoa, I don't know how to spell that word. I'm going to go back and fix it later. But I think it is an exaggeration to say they are protecting the Earth. And notice every time I've wrote the word Earth, it's a capital letter because it's the name of a planet. They're protecting the Earth. They are still using paper and still creating more trash. So, I mean, they're still making trash. They're still using paper. Now, again, is this a good thing? Yes. So, I'm glad the students didn't waste paper, but they also could do more, I think. Now, would the author of this book agree with my answer? I do not think that the author of this book would agree with my answer. Are other people maybe not going to agree with my answer? Probably not. There's probably going to be some people that say, oh, these kids did such a great thing. You should be happy for these kids. And there might be other people that say, these kids did almost nothing. These kids don't deserve any praise at all. And those people all get their opinions too. So when you're answering this question, dig a little deeper. Put your opinion into it. Obviously, the easy answer is just to say, what did the children do at school to help protect the Earth? The children protected the Earth by using paper out of the recycling bin. We know that. That's easy. That's right there in the book. I'm asking you to dig a little deeper and put your spin on that. Do you feel like they really did protect the Earth? Or do you feel like they could have done more, they should have done more? Okay, let's take a look at the second question here. Tell me about a way you can help protect Earth's resources at school. Well, look at this. To continue our theme of not wasting paper, I'm going to do this answer on the back of my first page. And how could I protect Earth's resources at school? Well, we're not going to school all that much right now, but you can answer about how you can protect your Earth's resources at school or at home or really anywhere, because I don't really care where you protect resources. Let's just do it. So, I can help protect resources in several ways. Remember, protecting resources is not the same as cleaning up the earth. Every time I've ever assigned this book, I always have some students say, I can pick up trash. And bravo to you. You should pick up trash. You should pick up your own trash, or if there's trash around, do the right thing and just pick it up. But that's not really protecting Earth's resources. How can we do what these kids did? They're using less paper to try to protect resources. How can we do that? Well, first thing I can do is I can use less paper and plastic. Just garbage, right? Stuff that just gets thrown away. I can choose to buy products that do not have unnecessary packaging. Did you ever buy something? Maybe you're buying a little bitty toy and it's got plastic around it and then cardboard around it and then more plastic and then it's shrink wrapped. It's just like all of this garbage for this one little toy. Maybe you don't buy that stuff. Maybe you buy toys that don't have all that extra package, or foods or shampoos that don't have extra wasted packaging. So that's one thing I can do. I can also choose to use less electricity by turning off things that I'm not using. That's a big one. You're not using the TV, turn it off, right? If you're not using the lights in a room, turn them off. You're going to save electricity. I really like this one because you're saving electricity, which is helping your family. It's helping your school if you're at school. It's helping your community, your country, and the planet all together. So don't waste things. Let's see, what else? Oh, I can also protect resources by saving water. And by saving, you know what? I don't even want to use the word saving. I want to say not wasting, by not wasting water. For example, I can turn off water when I'm doing dishes in between plates. I can also fix any leaks in the bathroom right away. That's a big one for me. Sometimes there's a leak in the sink or the toilet and I'm like, oh, I'll fix that later. And I let it sit there and sit there and sit there and it wastes a lot of water. So maybe something that I could do to help protect resources is to fix those leaks right away. Now, notice I didn't say I could skip showers, because you guys wouldn't want to be around me if I skipped showers, and that would save water, but that's probably too much. Whereas some of the things here that I've said are things that I can do. I could start today. I could do these things and help to make both my family and the entire earth better off. So, I put about 3 different ideas. I'd like you to try to get at least 3 different ideas how you could protect resources, either at home or at school. And let's see what you can come up with. Okay, students. Hopefully you were able to read the book. Hopefully you were able to read your questions. Oh, by the way, exaggeration is Exaggeration. I was way off, but I looked it up on my phone, and now I know how to spell it. And you know what? If I forget, I'll just look it up on my phone again. It's okay. But I was able to write my 2 paragraphs to answer the questions. And this was a kind of a different one because I really kind of dodged the question. I talked about my opinion and I put that into my answers. And I'm really hoping to see you guys do the same. I really want to see what your thoughts are on how you can help protect resources in the earth. So I can't wait to see what you've written, and I'll see you again real soon.